Okay, so we're starting off the November TBR with my new. Yeah, it's my recording stuff in the background. I'm about to shoot the video, okay? Leave me alone. I'm recording this from my new phone, so. Because this is just the best way to do this, obviously. What I'm going to do is for the Patreon pick, it is now currently monthly. I am doing what some others do, and I'm doing a random wheel. So I had everybody vote. Obviously, howlers count double, or they get 2 votes for different books, whatever they want. There's an awful lot of votes for The Lies of Locke Lamora, so probability would say it's going to win, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this up, and then hit the old spin button, and we'll find out what Patreon pick will happen next month. Oh, there's sound effects. It sounds terrible. What's it gonna be? What is it? What is it? Oh my lord. Nick, sir, is gonna lose it. Night Watch actually pulled out the W amidst all of the, 12 people that wanted Liza Locke. So there you go, buddy. Night Watch is happening. Okay, so that's right. So it was basically Nick's idea that I switched from a simple voting system to doing something, like Jimmy and Alan do, where they sort of randomize a wheel for their Patreon picks. Kind of gives everybody a little bit more of a fair chance of winning for that month. And wouldn't you know it, guys, there you go. The Night Watch will be red. There you go, Nick. That's just, of course, it's just hilarious because there were so many people voting for Liza Locke Lamora, and the whole thing in Discord was him just being like, I'm going to vote the Night Watch because now it actually has a chance of winning. Just the fact that he actually won is incredible. So this, I remember, I think he sent it to me in a haul video, and I talked about it briefly. Basically, on the front, it tells you all you need to know about the Night Watch. J.K. Rowling, Russian style. There you go. Don't know what the hell that means. I don't even know how it compares to Harry Potter. I think Nick said it doesn't really at all. I think it's similar because there's like the human world, and then there's like a secret magic world that exists coinciding with humanity. So I guess it's exactly Harry Potter. It's just Russian. So there you go, Russian Harry Potter. He's going to have a scar on the opposite side of his head, and he's going to have a Russian accent. But basically, when you look at it, it's talking about, it's the first book of the trilogy, follows Anton, a young other, owing allegiance to the light. So it's a light versus dark kind of thing. As a Night Watch agent, he must patrol the streets and the metro of the city, protecting ordinary people from vampires and magicians of the dark. I did pull up the trailer for the movie that apparently happened early 2000s. A lot of people in sunglasses. It's a very early 2000s, like late 90s looking movie where everyone has the same kind of sunglasses on and they all just don't look intimidating whatsoever. But I'm going to go into this relatively blind. I know Nick loves it a lot, so there you go. We're going to be reading this in the month of November, and we'll see if I enjoy it. And if I do, I'll go ahead and pick up the rest of the trilogy and read through it. So there you go, The Night Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko. I probably didn't pronounce that correctly, but here I am. Next up, because I had a lot of stuff happen this month that got in the way of me reading a lot, so I will not finish everything on my TBR. I am still having a leftover that I'll get to in a second from August, actually. Oops. But I did end up binging all of Squid Game, and I saw Dune in theaters, so I didn't read as much as I wanted to, but I got a lot of good TV and movie watching in. But I know I had said I was going to read Messiah and Children of Dune in October. Children of Dune is going to happen in November. I liked Messiah for the most part. I think it definitely does feel like an epilogue almost to, or kind of like a part 3 of Dune, even though there was a part 3. But the way that Dune wraps up, it's a little bit quick. There's still a lot of unanswered things. So Messiah really gets directly into what all happens at the conclusion of Dune and then builds from there. And it does feel like a 350-ish page, whatever it was, sort of extended ending and epilogue to Dune before you get to Children of Dune, which, by the title is obvious who's going to star in this. So I definitely am looking forward to it. Messiah, obviously, for me anyway, does not quite get to the level of Dune. It's written pretty differently. It's, I don't want to say like a streamlined or more easily approachable, because Dune's not really that hard to read. I think it's just a little bit more dense and heavy on the themes. Messiah has a more direct story to it as far as just like the plot of it, but it does start to answer some different questions. It's sort of like the last bit of the political angle from book one, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in Children of Dune. I understand that the next couple of ones are a lot more philosophical, and they start to get pretty out there. I'll save my spoiler that I called here in a little bit. I'll save it for when I get to God Emperor of Dune. I made a total joke at the end of Messiah in Discord about what the future has in store for this series. And just based on that goofy cover, everybody knows what I'm talking about, the one with a worm with a human head. I made a just goofy prediction that I was like, oh my God, guys, that was a joke. I didn't actually think that was a thing that's going to happen in Dune, but it is. So I'm excited to get to that and see just what the hell happens. But yeah, Children of Dune, looking forward to it, hear good things. And we'll see how the rest of this Dune saga continues. And then, of course, I will be continuing the A Song of Ice and Fire read-along that I am doing with Jimmy and Leanna. The first chat will be up on Friday, actually. Friday night we're recording it. I think we're doing it live. I don't remember. I don't prepare, guys. So Friday we're talking about A Game of Thrones. Loving that reread. I'll probably be wrapping that up in the next day or so. And it's just a lot of fun coming back to the book. After reading the books and then watching the show and then coming back to it, seeing the differences again, just from page to adaptation. Honestly, a lot of the show, at least for A Game of Thrones, season 1 captured a lot of that really well. Obviously, there's some changes, some that I don't like, some that I do like. Again, the show does a great job of giving you POVs that you don't get in the books. You know, Varys and Littlefinger, for example, but they are, of course, still impactful and incredibly mysterious in the books. You just get to see a little bit more fleshed out, you know, direct point of view of them in the show, which is cool. So I'll be continuing with the Clash of Kings, which I don't know who the live chat will be, either my channel or Jimmy's. We're just going to keep rotating until we get through basically all of these books, including Dunk and Egg probably, and Fire and Blood, and what else am I missing? Fire and Blood, yep. Dunk and Egg, A Knight of Seven Kingdoms. I don't think we're going to get to the World of Ice and Fire since it's an encyclopedia, although I'm sure Jimmy would love to have several hours worth of content to talk about that. But yeah, I'm just going to continue looking through and reading these illustrated editions. Lots of gorgeous artwork. Pretty much every single chapter has a black and white picture ahead of it, and then there's some colored pictures throughout. A lot of them are fantastic. So yeah, it's super cool. Definitely enjoying this, and it's always fun when you have people to read along with as well. So then my carryover from August, which I wasn't feeling it at first when I started reading it in August. It's going to be the Dark That Dwells. So I hear mostly good things about this book from everybody I know and respect that's read it. It's a very sort of action-oriented sci-fi, a little bit of a blend of fantasy. It just didn't grab me yet. I don't know. I feel like where I'm at in the story, I wasn't that attached to the characters yet. And there's a lot of combat happening that just kind of literally felt like random encounters. So like a video game where you don't really care about the random encounters. You just want to get to like boss fights and stuff. That's kind of what it felt like. There's so many cool sci-fi elements to this and aspects that I love. And just visually trying to picture it, I get the vibes of Mass Effect or Destiny. Like everything looks and sounds super cool. I think I have to get a little bit further into it to really get attached to it. And then I put it down for a little bit, didn't get back to it in October. I didn't read that much in October. I've only read a couple of the books that I wanted to. So there's some carryovers. But yeah, The Dark That Dwells, I am going to get through this in November and share my thoughts. And last but certainly not least, I am jumping back into The Expanse. So I've basically been doing one every other month-ish, I think. I don't know my exact timeline for this, but Abaddon's Gate, Book 3, I love The Expanse pretty much so far. I honestly don't love the show quite as much. It's very hit or miss for me so far. I think I'm done with season 2 or almost done with season 2. I was basically sort of keeping up with the books as far as the show goes. And I know a lot of people say they like the show more. I enjoy the book more. I think it's done better. The characters are less angry, and I've talked about this before. I like the books a lot, though. I think Leviathan Wakes is a little bit better plot-wise than, what the hell is book 2? Caliban's War. But I definitely want to see where this story goes because there's so many of these books, and I think it's going to expand well beyond just the proto-molecule being the center focus. I would assume so anyway, just because of how expansive this could potentially get. I'm definitely looking forward to continuing this, buildup of more sci-fi in my TBRs. It's definitely good to break up all of these fantasy books that I was reading for such a long time, and now that I've got The Wheel of Time and Dresden behind me, which I do still owe you all reviews of A Memory of Light and Peace Talks and Battleground, which I will get to. I've just been not really feeling making a lot of reviews lately, so I will get back to them. But them's the 5 books that I'm going to read in November. Hopefully I have a little bit more time to actually get through them all. But of course, as always, I would love to know your thoughts on anything that I'm planning on reading. Congrats again, Nick. Are you going to join me? You'll probably join me. You read fast as shit anyway, so you'll probably read this again, and we can talk about it in Discord. Obviously, anybody that wants to join in on anything that I read, feel free. I think Hillary's going to do Abaddon's Gate with me, so yeah. Definitely looking forward to it, and just let me know in the comments what your thoughts on any of these books, what you're going to read next month, what you're most excited for. Have you seen Dune? Because it's awesome. Definitely check out that review here that I did of the movie. And of course, until next time, guys, keep reading.